Mm-mm. Y'all, they have
Within
these dollar journals at Family Dollar, but I'm pissed off because they ain't really got a lot. They ain't got a lot of
oh
pages.
God. What you think you gonna get at the dollar store?
That's how to get you to go back.
Oh,
Okay, come back and spend another dollar with us, love.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay. As long as I got the cash, I'm going each
Go
time.
get it. Go get it. Go get it. All right. Within the maze of human feelings, forgiveness and forgetfulness intertwine. A delicate dance between healing wounds and holding on to memories. When we face wrongdoing, we confront the age old advice of forgive and forget. But what does this truly entail? Can we forgive authentically without wiping away the past? Our conversation today delves into this intricate balance where compassion encounters the enduring imprints of our experiences. Good evening and welcome to the Immersive Experience. I'm your guide, Desi Lou, and tonight we talk about invisible ink when forgiveness doesn't erase. And we have Jay to thank for this topic today, so thank you so much. Woo! Go you. so, and I forgot to say, because I thought about China, this is a podcast about you, for you, from you, to you. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you are watching the playback, I hope you enjoy the conversation. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe. Our YouTube is the Immersive Experience, a podcast, and on Instagram at the_immersive experience. As always, I'm going to let the panel introduce themselves. And Pinky, because you're next to me, you can go first.
Hello, hello, you guys. I am Inner Conversations. I'm all about a safe place of discussion and discovery. My name is Pinky, your resident love spirit guide. I'm all about not just having open space to discuss anything, but to discuss love, to discuss God, to discuss self. Everything about the self we're discussing, and we're trying to get you to learn how to depend on self. Not because we want to X out people and we want to X out unions, just because the best union you can have is with self. And then the world will just reflect that. But yes, you can find me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I'm heavily on TikTok doing lives right now. So follow me there. Inner Conversations, but with a Z, not a S. Z. That's all.
Mr. Accountability.
Hey, it's your boy J Rell on Facebook. Ain't nothing changing me. Y'all know, same old, same old. Just here to hold people accountable.
Okay.
Hmm.
And will. All right. So I want to start with the most important question is because we have to set some type of ramifications of where people will be coming from, where your thoughts are stemming from. What is forgiveness to you? Jay?
Why you gotta ask me first?
I'm glad.
Pinky introduced
Okay.
herself first.
Forgiveness to me, honestly, in a short way, a layman's term, it just means to let go. It means to be okay with everything that has happened, kind of play back everything in your head and hold yourself accountable for what has happened, and just understand things are gonna happen. You either gonna dwell on it or you're gonna move past it. You
Now,
won't
let
ever
me
move
ask
past
you.
anything that. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good.
Oh, I wanted to ask now in the definition that you just gave, how does forgetfulness play into that?
Forgetfulness. Hmm.
People tend to people tend to forget what a person does to them, and they will and forget. Okay, so let me say it like this: if I forgive you, it's because I've accepted what you've done. I've accepted what I've chosen to accept, but I know better the next time. People
Mhm.
forget and won't know better next time. That's like if I ask you to borrow $20, right?
Mhm.
And I say I'm paying back on Friday. Then Sunday rolls around, you ain't heard from me. You
Right.
understand and know, damn, Jarrell ain't paying me back. Like, okay, cool. I'm gonna let it go. I'm forget it. I'm forgiving for it. Somebody came up. It is what it is.
Mhm.
But if you just, but if I come back to you again on Monday and say, hey, can I borrow $20? You didn't forgive me for my action. You just forgot about it. You chose to
Right.
forget. Oh, hey, he did it to me last time. I'm gonna loan him $20 again. So
Hmm.
when you choose to forgive somebody, you are letting it go. You are letting what they did go, but you're understanding what they did,
So
and
you
you
keeping the
understand how it
lesson.
affected you. Yes, you're actually learning when you forgive. When you forget, you learn nothing. It's the same thing over and over and over again.
Hmm. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Thank
I
you. I
like
like that.
that.
I did. I did like that. You explained that very well. Thank you for thinking about it first. No.
Hmm.
So, all right, Pinky, what is forgiveness to you?
Forgiveness to me is like acceptance. It's honestly, I just want to kind of mooch off of what he already said, let go.
Mhm.
Because to me, an acceptance is letting go. Because when you accept the situation, you really realize you didn't do it for this, you didn't do it for that, or maybe you did do it for this, and maybe you didn't do it for that. Whatever you did it for, I accept the fact that you did it. And now, what am I going to do next? That's really what forgiveness is to me. It's like the acceptance of the truth that you have in hand. He stole from me. Okay, he stole from me. Doesn't mean he bad. Don't mean he good. He stole from me. So where do I go next? Do I still allow him to steal from me because I'm still allowing the crackhead in my house, or am I gonna get them out my house? And I'm
Right,
gonna know that he's a crackhead. So there go that forgetfulness. But then it's also this
right.
aspect of like, I feel like when you forget, it's really that aspect of when you don't tell yourself who you are anymore. And you don't tell yourself your boundaries. So I feel like even in forgiveness, you have to have a certain standard of what you will forgive and what you will forget.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
I like both of those.
Somebody
I
with some
would have
common
to agree.
sense.
Yeah, I agree with you all. To just really forgiveness is to really just let be. It is what it is. It happened where it happened at. Same analogy that Jay used was basically like, if you give somebody some money and they tell you, hey, listen, I'm gonna pay you back, but they done already did this to you 3, 4, 5 times, and you lending them your rent money this time. Now it's about the principle. What you mean it's about the principle? It don't need to be about the principle. They told you already, this me. I ain't gonna pay you back. Stop lending me
Hmm.
money. All right, you got it might be 2 weeks, it might be 5 paychecks. I get it to you when I get it to you. And a person only gonna they gonna only do what you let them. All right, so I want to talk about the art of forgiveness, defining forgiveness as the release of negative emotions, anger, resentment, and basically like it's going towards offenders. Would you guys agree with that?
Say that one again. A
Okay,
little bit slow.
so defining forgiveness as the release of negative emotions, anger, resentment towards an offender. Would you guys agree with that?
100%.
Right.
Um, I say that because I was the kind of person that, oh, I will hold grudges in a minute. I'm the kind of person that I'm a strong believer in. It's certain things you do not say when you're dealing with somebody, whether friend, family, relationship. It's certain things you don't say. If I tell you something deep about me, don't throw it back in my face. Don't say anything to somebody that you really don't want to apologize for. There's a certain boundary you don't cross.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the kind of person that I will hold grudges. I'm not letting that shit go. But I had to realize that by not letting things go, by not forgiving all the anger and everything, I was letting them live inside my head rent free,
Mm.
Hmm.
literally, and it affected me in so many ways because it was nothing but negativity and anger.
Pinky, do you have a personal story?
I don't know if I have a personal story because in my mind want to play what y'all be saying, devil advocate.
That was
Okay.
Oh my
Okay.
god! Because in my mind, I
Okay.
swear,
Give it to
I
us.
was just
Give
thinking.
it to
Oh, I
us.
apologize, girl. I was just thinking in my mind. I'm just like, okay, so I see where he coming from, but if I take it into my perspective, if I get a little bit deeper and I want to dig, because sometimes I'm a little digger, and
Mhm.
I'm thinking about it, and I'm just like, wait. if I was to say acceptance, I accepted this situation. I accepted this happened to me. But if I pivot, maybe I accepted it 1 hour ago, but now this hour I'm not accepting it. But I can still do that if I'm accepting of the situation, because at the end of the day, it's about my truth. So one day I could be like, yeah, I forgive them. Next day I could really be like, nah, I don't forgive them motherfuckers. But that's really what forgiveness is, though, because forgiveness comes and goes. If that really makes sense. I don't know if that makes
Mm,
sense.
Devil's advocate. I
But
wouldn't.
I see where you're coming from when it comes to that ability to, how can I say it? That ability to not let people live rent free in your head. But you gotta, what I'm thinking about is you gotta think about some people's whole addiction is to letting other people live rent free in their head.
I'm
Literally,
sorry,
some
Pinky.
people are
I'm
addicted to
sorry.
that shit. And then some people, literally, their only life story is to chase after somebody. So what we see as something of like, oh, they let them live rent free in their head. No, that person is doing something for them. Whether it's negative, whether it's, right. Who am I to say it is bad? And who am I to say it is good? At the end of the day, that's where it comes into like right and wrong. Because forgiveness is really goes with your own personal right and wrong, and it goes with your own personal of acceptance, because you don't necessarily have to release a negative emotion to still forgive somebody. I could still hate you and still forgive. I could still hate you and still forgive you. I'm be real honest. Cause I could be
Well,
like,
Mm,
man, I forgive what he done to me, but fuck that nigga. I mean, sorry.
yeah.
Can I say that? You know
Oh, what?
what I'm saying? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
You
but how could
fine.
you say
You fine.
how can you say you really forgave somebody if you're still holding on to it?
But how about this aspect? How about like, okay, boom. It's been 10 years. I'm not thinking about him. He not thinking about me. But a song come on and it just remind me of him. And I'm going down memory lane and I'm happy. Then I remember like, damn, he really did used to do me like that. I'm glad he did that. But damn, never again. And then I go on about my life.
But that's not that had nothing to do with you not forgiving him. That's just a memory clicked in your head and made you think about a person.
But that's what I'm saying. I didn't release that I released that negative emotion, but I never really released that negative emotion because
No,
I still have feelings about him, but I know I'm never gonna be with him.
there
I
is
don't know
no
if that's
way.
making sense.
There is no. Okay, let me say this. I said this a long time ago on the podcast. I'm a strong believer in you can never love somebody and then never not love them again.
Mm-hmm.
How do you just not love a person anymore? Right? Any memory you have with that person, no matter what it's in your head, it just takes a trigger for it to come up. And at that point in time, your trigger was that song, right?
Mm-hmm.
After you heard the song, you start thinking about this person, and then some of the bad things pop in your head. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean you didn't forgive them. It's just thoughts with that person come positive and negative because you had negative times with them and good times, I mean, bad times with them. That's all. Good times and bad times. That's like even with the family, even with your mom, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna have good moments with your mom and bad moments with your mom. It don't mean you didn't forgive them for the bad moments. It just means like damn, like we really went through that when I was a kid, or we really went through that when I was an adult. We really argued about this. Like it's just your mind. Your mind doesn't forget anything in a sense.
That's what I'm saying.
It
Cause
just
I'm
it
not
just
saying you
it, it
harbor
just
that
it just takes
negativity though.
it just takes a trigger to ping it. No, I'm not saying you harbor negativity. What I'm saying is for me, I would hold grudges and I wouldn't let shit
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Like I had a hard time with I still have a hard time to this day sometimes letting go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because for me it's like why you do that dumb shit, bro? Like that's what plays in my head.
Yeah. Me too. That's why I was like, I forgive, but I don't necessarily think you have to release that negative emotion, because sometimes that emotion of what you went through back in the day still come. But you just gotta not fight it off, because it's not a fighting it off. You gotta feel it, and then you just gotta accept it and move on.
All right, Pinky, you new to the podcast, so I'm gonna give you a little break. But
Not a little break.
everything before the word bullshit, everything before the word but is bullshit.
717, as you said that. Ooh,
100%.
I don't
I'm
see it like
weak.
that.
So I think this brings into play what she was talking about more so like decisional forgiveness and emotional forgiveness. So I
Oh
feel like
yeah.
more so what she was leaning into was more like, oh, I'm gonna be led by my emotions every day. yeah, this day I'm rocking with you and I'm cool with the forgiveness. But the next day, if my emotions hit me and I'm mad about it, then I'm
Then you
I'm
gonna act
done.
on
I'm
it.
done.
I
I'm
got you.
done. And
Mm-hmm.
that's like to me like yo, that's forgiveness led by emotion. We up, we down. But if
Right.
you making a decision, hey, I'm standing on this. This what we doing. That was the moment that it was, and I'm gonna take the lesson, and it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no turning back. Ain't no flip flopping. Ain't no you don't do it because you standing on your
Mm-hmm.
decision. Your
Mm-hmm.
emotions make you finicky, but when you sure about something, oh no, ain't no back and forth. That's not how that happened. Chris, what's up?
What
What's
up? What up,
happening?
Chris?
What's happening? What's happening? What's
Hey.
happening,
How you
party people?
feeling? How you
What's going on?
feel?
Everything is everything. Hope I ain't
I like
disturbing.
that.
No, you all good,
Where
big
you
dog.
from?
Where I'm
Oh, I'm
from?
yelling. I apologize. Yeah, where you from?
I'm from Kankakee. You ain't
No,
heard
cause
of
you
it?
said what you what the fuck?
Huh?
Hey, Pinky, listen to me because he just posted a meme that said, "Can you say that again?" Well, I like your accent. Where you from?
Yeah, I'm from
Dad,
What you
Kankakee.
say
Dad.
That's
again?
where I'm from. I'm from Killer Keys. What's happening?
Dad. How you know I
Yo.
was going like that, Desi Lou? One and the same, I swear. Cause
What's
wait a
happening? How y'all
minute.
feeling?
Good, big
Hey,
dog.
I'm
Awesome.
chilling. You
Yeah,
feel me?
that's good.
I'm easy breezy. Gone with
What's
the
what's the
wind,
topic
fabulous.
today?
Beautiful cover girl. Hmm?
Forgiveness. Oh, it's called invisible ink when forgiveness doesn't erase, but it's about forgiveness versus forgetfulness. I mean, forgetting, like forget.
Yeah, I probably ain't gonna be the. I'm probably not gonna be the best to even talk on this one, cause I don't forgive people. People know what they do. I don't forgive people. I'm having a hard
Hmm.
time with forgiving folks,
Hey,
even though I
look,
be wanting
Well, what's
forgiveness and
forgiveness
shit.
to you?
we in the same boat. I'm learning that shit too.
Okay, let's talk about that, Pinky.
I was gonna say,
Chris,
like, so
what
what
is
is
forgiveness
forgiveness
to
to
you?
you? Yeah, let me see.
For me,
Yeah.
Yeah, what's forgiveness to you?
forgiveness. So all right. So I'm just gonna put it like in the scenario for 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 what I can understand. All right. Somebody that killed my brother. My brother wasn't out in the street doing no dumb shit. He was hardworking, family man. Somebody killed my brother. I can't see me forgiving the person who did that. I can't see me saying, "Man, I forgive you." You know what I'm saying?
All right,
What
that's a look,
Right.
big dog. That's a hard scenario right there, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I
You
can't. I
got
can't.
you gotta
Now
say
it's
like
not
throw the
now
crayon or
now
something.
now now. If my brother was in the streets, so I play by the rules. I'm 47. I live by the real rules. If my brother's in the streets and he's doing knucklehead shit, crash dummy shit, and he fuck around and get whacked, man, that's a part of the game, chief. That's a
I don't
part of the
know, because I'll
game.
be thinking, like, is that a situation you should forgive? I mean, yeah, is that a situation for you to go up to them and be like, I forgive you? What you gotta forgive them for?
So what situation? So what situation? Hold on, you said is that a situation that you should?
Because what he do personally to you? I mean, I understand personally he killed your brother, but personally,
That is
that's what
personally.
I
My
see.
brother is personal. My brother will be personal. So that's personal for me.
That's what I think. Maybe because I see death so differently, and that might be.
So I see where you're going with that, and I like it.
Hmm.
I see where you're going with that, and I like it because this physical is only here temporary, and it don't belong to none of us. You know what I mean? It's only energies that's being exchanged and energies that's intertwining, and boom, I get that. However, in my human form, I ain't finna forgive you.
Hmm.
Nope, I can't do it. I'm
I
sorry.
think this is gonna sound so
So
bad
that
because I feel
is
like I'm
what
not.
we
Oh, sorry.
call that's what we was just talking about, emotional forgiveness. Some days you probably not even thinking about it. It's not only brought like how is that? Because like I done had some things happen to me. It's like the scars you got. Like look at your body. Think about how many scars is on your body. If somebody asked you about every single scar on your body, would you be able to tell them every single one?
Most of them.
Probably the big ones. Yes.
Mm.
Probably not the little ones, but probably the big ones. Yeah. So like
but
I got
not the
a scar on my
small
hand
ones.
right there. I can tell you about that scar. You know what I mean? There's some trauma to come with that scar. You know.
Because different things traumatize you.
Yeah.
Traumatize trauma weigh differently sometimes.
The
Or
only
what you
area,
allow to weigh on you weighs on you differently.
the only
Yeah.
area where I feel forgiveness is the toughest is death.
What
Death,
you mean?
like death to me is the toughest to forgive. Honestly, like for me, the two things that I know for a fact I would never forgive this person for, never change. I would never forgive God for giving me a heart condition, and I would never forgive God for taking my cousin away. Never,
Whoa.
no matter what. Yeah,
Whoa.
I know that's big, that's different, but
Nah,
it's just
nah. I
me.
feel you. I feel you because when my son passed away, I felt the same way. Right? I felt the same way. Like, damn, Big G, why you? I mean, goddamn, what did I do in my life that I deserved my son to die? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's just tough.
Yeah. So I feel you. Shit.
Everything else, shit,
Dang.
we can chop it up for what it is, but those two, I know those two things that I'll never even try to tell myself, oh yeah, get through. Nah, I'm good.
See, that's why I like Desi. Desi be making me think about stuff, and Desi, you be making these conversations, and you be making me stretch myself.
Indeed.
That's why I love
Jay
you.
came up with the topic. We just running with it.
Yeah.
So I think
Cause this
I think it's
topic definitely
important.
go. It's definitely gonna be something after this. I'm gonna be thinking about later. Like,
But I think
mm,
it's important to stretch yourself because you a universe. You gotta expand just
true,
as the universe does.
true.
So and that's just what it is. If you allow something to hinder you, to hold you anchored to your expansion, then you can't grow the way you need to. So that's why forgiveness is about letting go. It's about keeping the lesson with you. It's about learning the things that you need to learn. And
But do
it
you
is
ever
hard to
let go
walk
though?
in. Huh?
But do you ever let go? Think about that. Think about this. Do you ever the pain and the scars that you were just talking about that's on your body? Do you ever let go, or do you just stop thinking about it? And
I think you
time
can.
lapse, time just makes your mind just not be focused on it at the time. But if that's why, me personally, I think like that's what triggers are when people reopen those wounds. Did you really forgive though? Did you really forget, or you
I would
just
say that for me, that it is about letting go of the emotion that is attached to the wound. So because it hurt me in a moment, it doesn't mean that I have to carry that hurt with me. But I can take the lesson of how a knife impaled me and say, oh, okay, next time I know I see a knife, I got a little more wisdom to go get a little, oh, this how I should go against the knife. This how I could fight a knife or something. Or you could build yourself, you could build your knowledge because you had an experience. But if you let your emotion or your fear of being stabbed keep you from pushing somewhere else, you'll never get over it and you're gonna get stabbed again.
But are we human beings and are we emotional though?
I think
Are we human beings and are we emotional? And should we cut off some of our emotions because they don't sit well with what society say, or should we feel our emotions?
I believe it's like uh it's I wouldn't say it's a cutting off, it's a transferring the emotion to something else. And I wouldn't say it's just not plugging into I understand where you're coming from because I feel the same way. I feel like it's not plugging into it. It's not that I'm leaving it behind. It's not that I'm releasing it. It's truly because what is that? What is that? What is it? No matter is destroyed. What is that? No matter is
oh,
destroyed, it's
energy
just
It's
cannot
called
be
transferred. Yeah,
destroyed,
yeah.
only
just
It can't
transferred.
transference.
be destroyed.
Yeah,
Yeah. It can only
that's
be transferred.
that's the law of thermodynamics. So good job, Pinky. I feel
Yeah.
you. I see you.
Yeah.
Emperor P
So
two,
I
come
really
on.
think. That I really just think it's not even, it can say energy, but you can put it with emotions. It's just transferring the emotion to be more happier. Why would I, what is it gonna do for me in my world to sit and soak about something that I can't fix? Instead of me soaking about what I can't fix, I was wonderfully made, no matter what. And if I feel like something is broken inside of me, I feel like something is wrong inside of me, I'm just gonna change it to where I see it as something good. Cause that's how, and this is where it comes into play about like what you believe in, to me personally, because I believe in God. I believe no obstacle could ever stop me. And that's why I say it just comes into what you believe and what you think. And then it's also coming into forgiveness, because I think forgiveness is acceptance. I don't believe it's about letting go, because in acceptance, I'm not letting anything go. I'm stating for a fact that I know, okay, this person killed somebody that I love dearly, but I can't bring them back. And me trying to go after them and kill them is not going to help me. So, what can I do to help me get back into that good feeling again? I'm just going to believe that they're still around me. And since they're still around me, I'm going to communicate with them enough to understand, why did you have to leave me? And then they're probably going to say, look at how you got deeper with yourself because I did leave. I don't know.
So
It just depends.
you just said something, and I'm sitting here thinking about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have a very serious problem on our hands with our young people killing each other, right? And our young people are killing each other, and you kill my homeboy, it hurt me so bad. Now I'm finna go slide and kill somebody that's connected to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, how can we, as a community of people, how can we convey to young people that going to kill your quote unquote ops or somebody who killed somebody that was close to you is not gonna make you feel better? Because in that temporary anger or in that temporary moment, they might just actually feel better.
I want
So
I
how do we?
there is
I
a
don't,
documentary about King Von, and it's a girl. She was like one of the worst killers in Chicago. She was a little
yeah.
stud girl. And they talked about creating a program of understanding when you can intervene when a child is at that, like, oh, not a child, but when a younger person is at that pivotal emotional moment. So they said that when any of her people would die or they would be killed, she would come in and be like, okay, yeah, y'all took one of mine, and then she'll come back to the internet and be like, yeah, somebody gotta pay for this now because I'm hurting. I'm do. So, but I think it's really about preventative care. I think one thing the health industry got right, it's about what you put into your children. It's about what you teach your children. And the biggest cop out I feel is a lot of people say, well, look what's out there on television. Look what's out there. But one thing that we've learned, that there is movements in numbers.
Mm,
So
Mm-hmm.
find the people who can support you. Get the people around you who can support the cause. Even when the civil rights movement was going on, the young people filled the jail so that other people couldn't go to jail. They sacrificed. So you don't got no martyrs no more. Ain't nobody willing to go because we all for self. So I like that question, because I'm telling you how we get somewhere. When people get in a place of power, they be ready to manipulate you. I think one of the best things that J. Cole ever said was like, if you stop working at McDonald's just because it was for a check, you wouldn't hurt as many people as you thought, as you don't know you hurt.
mm.
We just going there to get money. You just, oh, I ain't hurting nobody because I work at McDonald's, but indeed, what's up? We know
Hold
what's
on, say
killing
that
us.
again because I'm trying to understand what you mean. Yeah.
Which part?
You said just leave their job.
Yeah, he
Wait,
was
so
saying
working at McDonald's is
basically
a good thing or a bad thing? Is that what you're trying to say?
working. J. Cole was using the analogy that working at McDonald's is a bad thing because we know what fast food do to our people. We know what
Says a
fast food
millionaire.
does to the community.
Says a millionaire to somebody who's just barely making it.
I
Says a
understand that,
says
but
a
I'm saying,
millionaire.
if
Says a millionaire who doesn't have to go through those situations that somebody who works at McDonald's has to go through.
here we
Of course,
are
she'll
with
say
the
that.
civil rights, here we are with the civil rights movement, And when everybody didn't nobody had no cars, didn't nobody have if they didn't have a car, they was all riding the bus. They stopped riding the bus. How did they get to work? They had to pull together. History has shown us how to make something happen. We just choose to ignore it. Where the people
Well,
at? Where the we's at?
So,
well, can
let's
we?
be clear though, because all black people was not a part of the civil rights movement. All
I
black people was
understand
not.
that.
All black people was not fighting. All black people was not involved. Some black folks was doing just what they doing now, acting like they don't see shit. You know what I'm
But when
saying?
the
And just
last time
going
you
along.
seen a million black people come together for something?
See, us coming together is me,
Honestly, you won't.
me, us black people coming together
That's
to
what I'm
do what?
saying. When the last time you seen a million men march for something?
You
You
won't.
seen anger
I
for
mean,
George
us marching
Floyd.
our shoes, us marching our shoes. What is that doing for us though?
I feel like we got to switch with the generation. We got to switch with the generation.
I'm
You're
okay with
asking
that.
like,
But if the knowledge apply the knowledge. It don't matter how you apply it. A hammer can be used a million one ways. Apply the knowledge. You got the knowledge. Apply it. We asking the question, but if it was able to fix something back then, is it not able to fix it now? It does. You can
But
use technology. You could use whatever you got to use to do it. Use
what?
it.
But what did that fix though back then though? What was fixed?
For I
It
think
didn't
it was
fix nothing. I
it.
think that was a band aid. It wasn't fixed. It was a band aid.
Hey, I agree. Malcolm X said if you pull the knife out 3 inches, you that's not progress.
That's not progress. So I don't.
I
I
feel
don't
you.
understand
I
that.
get that. But
Cause we still in the cause we
it's
still in the
still
same
in
situation.
numbers.
We
They
still
show
dealing with
you
the
with
same thing.
cancel culture. Let's
I
go to
don't think
cancel
so.
culture then. They show you. It's in numbers.
See,
I
but
don't think
but
so.
cancel. Hold on. So cancel culture. This cancel culture bullshit is really some bullying bullshit. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
just saying it
Cause
still
we
work.
pick and choose who we
It
cancel,
work.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It don't work.
That's some bullying shit. That's
It
some
don't
bullying
work.
shit. That's some internet bullying shit.
Y'all don't got no bully in y'all.
Honestly, I sometimes I really don't give a fuck about certain situations to even care enough to even give it
But
any
what we give a
attention.
fuck about, where we put in our energy at. You go out, you preach to these young men, you tell them, hey, listen, this ain't it. You
True,
doing what you know that you can. And imagine if you had people who could you could build up to do the exact same thing, to change the narrative. And that's all it is. They've been
right?
telling you. Start with yourself. You a man in the mirror, but you starting by yourself. Roddy Rich said something to the nature of, listen, Nipsey Hussle didn't have to talk to me. I could watch him and understand what I had to do.
True,
And that's you. You don't gotta
true.
talk to nobody, no motherfuckers. They could watch you and know what the fuck to do. This how Chris move. This how he do this shit. This how he putting this together. Oh, this
Yeah.
how that nigga eat.
True. Some
How
people
you
do
raise
learn
the
like that, but
person?
some people do learn
Be
by
you.
this.
But can we take it back to self? Because I know, like, this generation, a lot of people be like, we selfish, we lazy, we da 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 da. But I really feel like that's what it's taking. I really feel like if we want to stop all of this war, we want to stop all of this violence, it's really taking for you to look at yourself and for you to dive deeper into what you need. Like, a lot of the times, I can see where a lot of people feel like COVID was a bad thing because it kept us sheltered and isolated. But some of us need to be in isolation. Some of us need to stop being around everybody's energy. Some of us need to get out of where we come from. I feel like I really want to take it back to even when Desi Lou said you ain't got no bully in you. And I feel like you gotta have a little bully in you to want to save yourself. And that's one of the reasons why it's like as much as we could say that we're becoming selfish, as much as we want to be selfless, we first have to be selfish to even know what selfless can look like, can feel like, can be like. And I feel like the conversation shouldn't necessarily be on like we need to stick together. We do. But can you have union with yourself and figure out what you need with yourself? Because not everybody is gonna be a part of your community. Not everybody is gonna love you. Not everybody gonna see you, and not everybody want to see you. And I feel like for the Black community, it needs to be more conversations like this, more community like this. Like Desi Lou said, we gotta show up as we want to be. We're showing up in spaces, showing people how they should be, are giving them topics to spark their what is it perspective into something different, so they can move out of love, so they can move out of self, so they can move out of them. And so I feel like when it comes to those topics about young people, it's like Desi Lou said, it's about the parenting. as much as we want to sit here and we can blame the youth for trying to kill each other, who taught the youth this? Because the world is teaching the youth, because half the time the homes are not safe enough for them to even express themselves so they can be softer.
True. So we're not never blaming the youth, right? We would never blame them because at one point we were young too, doing crass dummy shit. So we would never blame them. However, we do hold them accountable for what
Oh
the
yeah.
fuck they say and do. You know what I'm saying? And how they moving on the internet and how they move in real life. You know what I'm saying? We don't never want to give them a space where they can feel like they can do anything and there's no repercussions for their actions. So, but we're not just blaming them and saying, y'all. We want to be empathetic and understand where they're coming from. Too many times we be talking at these young people and we don't never get down to their level and really understand what's really going with them. And when we melt that shit down, a lot of them are fucking hurt.
Yep.
They hurt.
But
They
to
they
be
True.
honest with you,
feelings are
Chris,
hurt.
to be honest with you
Yes,
though,
sir.
Chris, a lot of this generation, a lot of these parents around my age, a little bit older, or whatnot, they're too empathetic. They are too fucking soft. And that's why a lot of these kids are so fucking soft and emotional. A lot of these kids
But
really,
it's okay for them to be emotional, though. I just think that there need to be balance. But I get you.
but
You're right.
it ain't, most of the time, it ain't enough fucking balance.
Well,
It
I
ain't,
think
it really ain't
that
enough
that
balance. Like
plays in.
this shit honestly now, like, and I'm an advocate. I don't blame a child for how they are. I blame the parents all day long, every day of the week.
So you just did the same thing you just said. You said the parents are too empathetic, but you just said I don't blame the children, I blame the parents. No, the children have some accountability
No,
for
no,
their
no, no, no,
actions.
no, no, no. They have accountability for their actions, 100%. But like you just said earlier, you gotta lead by example. If the parent is showing this and showing that, what you think the kid gonna do?
I want
Same
to
exact
get it.
shit.
Now, a
I want to
kid
get
and an
this to
adult
y'all.
is
I want to
different.
get this. What Pinky?
A kid and an adult is different. When you 18, not even 18, because 18 you still getting your motherfucking mind together. But still, I understand where Chris coming from because it's like you an adult though. So, but my parent taught me this. But you an adult though, so it's a double edged sword.
But that's my thing. It's about being unlearned. I can only operate out of what I know. This what we talked about entropy, not entropy, but inertia. When
Hmm.
something is forced out of something and nothing can stop it until
Hmm.
something stops it. So if I'm unaware of what I'm doing, or if I'm unaware, or if it's the culture around me to just be okay with this, you walking in when people saw us in a eating just anytime that the Indians eating anytime that they wanted to eat, they thought they were barbaric because that's not how they lived. So they came. We know what a simulation is. We know what it is to come in. So if this is all that I've been taught, you're holding me responsible for this. What I know. What you mean?
And that's what I'm saying.
Because
Like
under
a lot of these
because under
parents
circuit.
are, a lot of these parents are very soft. They're too empathetic.
Yep.
They like I hear all the time from people around my age, man, bro, how are you able to leave your kids at home by themselves or whatnot? My kid's 15, 16. I can't do that, nigga. All right, you got me fucked
You know
up.
what's so
I'm
crazy?
sorry.
You just said that.
I'm
A
sorry
woman
because
just went to jail for that.
it ain't no way in hell. I'm
She
sorry. The way I was
she went
raised,
on
yo,
whole vacation.
the way I was raised, my parents was leaving us at home 6, 7, 8, 9. We was good.
We're
We knew
good.
what to touch, what not to touch, what to do, what
Not
not to do. Don't answer the door, don't answer the
don't
phone. We
answer the
knew
door.
this. We knew
Mm-hmm.
this. Now you can't do that shit now. This shit horrible.
I want to run this right back around to the circle of what y'all said first about we raising the kids out of trauma. And you have to understand what trauma allows you to do. It allows you to replace negativity with empathy. So that is why a lot of these parents are empathetic, because
Mm.
the way I got the mother that I got, her mama beat the fuck out of her. You understand what I'm saying? And she decided that, hey, listen, I'm not gonna do that to my child. I'm not, and that's how I got the loving parent that I got. But
Say
she had balance. She had balance. You understand what I'm saying? Because she was raised in the Robert Taylor projects. You feel me? And she understood, like, hey, when it's time to get dirty, let's get dirty. You feel me? Listen, she taught me about the world. She ain't hold nothing from me. I think a lot of people, and we talked about this on the podcast, and I don't remember who said it, but something about it was Jarrell in China, I believe. Y'all don't want to take the innocence away from the child or something, but I'm telling you, in this day and age when everything is moving so fast, what innocence is you taking? You keep saying that they can go out into the world and get a hold of anything. If you don't teach them, this is what the church did. They told you about demons. They said this is what a demon is, and they didn't tell you how to deal with a demon. You doing the same shit.
Mm,
100%.
Mm-hmm.
damn.
That's why I was raised a certain way. I ain't mad at how I was raised. A lot of people couldn't have been raised how I was raised, and I wouldn't change it for a thing at all. And I raised my kids with balance. I raised my kids on what I wasn't taught and what I was taught. Because
Mm-hmm.
I know the reality of the world is you have to learn as much as you can while you can. And if I already had the knowledge, I'm gonna put it out there for my kids. I'm not gonna just, oh well, I knew I didn't get love growing up, so all I'm showing my love, all I'm showing my kids is love. Fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but you're gonna get both ends. You're not gonna
So
get just love because I went through some shit and I have a little trauma because I didn't get the whole love thing. I don't give a fuck. Oh well. I can care less. At the end of the day, me not getting that shit as a kid, it only taught me you gotta have balance. It didn't teach me that, oh well, it gotta be just one sided. Like love is the best way to go about it. Nah.
so so Desi, me too. I got my mama. I got my ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? But I
Yeah.
still winded up in prison. You know what I'm saying? I still wind up doing what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Because when I grew up, I didn't hear nobody tell me that they was proud of me. I never heard nobody, and I don't never make no excuses. It's just something I went through. I never heard I love you. I never heard I'm proud of you. I never heard encouraging words, right?
Yeah.
So, but I also got my ass beat. So there was that disciplinary section of it, but there was no balance as far as, yo, I'm gonna beat your ass, but I'm gonna tell you I love you too, and I'm gonna show you I love you too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So if a child is only getting they ass kicked, that's not gonna stop them from doing shit.
It's
Nope.
not.
Ass whoopers
You
ain't stop
gotta teach
nobody from
them
doing
both
nothing.
sides. I gotta know both sides. I have to. If you only teach me one side, then when I walk outside, I'm gonna think everything rainbows and butterflies. But if you teach me the dark side to everything, I'm gonna walk outside, think everybody out to get me, think everybody out to harm me. You got people, you got these little niggas out here that's scary with guns.
Yes.
The
Come on,
majority of them are.
you feel me? What you
But
think finna
but
happen?
but I get it. I get it because these people are people in the streets nowadays. They don't have the wherewithal or the conflict resolution skills or the emotional intelligence enough to know how to see some shit and not let that shit crash them out. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Some motherfuckers would be, you could be in the club with somebody and somebody step on somebody's shoe. Somebody fucking finna die over a fucking pair of shoes.
Yeah.
A mark
Can
on
I
a shoe.
can I ask you how many adults have the emotional intelligence to do the same thing?
Not that many.
That's what I'm speaking about. I ain't just speaking about children. I'm speaking about
And that's
adults
why we
too.
can't teach them nothing. We don't got
Yep.
no knowledge. We ain't educated ourselves. We ain't did nothing that we supposed to do ourselves. We sitting here to what they say, uh do as I say, not as I do. That's what
Exactly.
y'all
And
out
that
here doing.
ain't no kids
You
gonna
gotta
do that.
give them the example. That's why
Hmm.
that's why God sent Jesus.
But
These
see, some of
humans
these
ain't
kids,
getting it. Send my
some of these,
son. They don't
Cause
some of
the
these,
humans
understand.
killed them.
Send the little nigga.
some of these
He
kids are
gotta
lost
go.
as
He gotta
hell.
go. Send him.
Some of these kids are
I don't
lost as
think these
hell.
kids lost, bro. I don't think
Nah,
these
nah.
kids
Look,
lost.
bro. I say that
I
because
think
it
their
is.
environment has created the situation where these children are doing just what adults doing, surviving.
And I say they
That's
lost
it.
because the adults are not helping them. Like literally,
They can't help.
I had a situation about 2 weeks ago. Right, it's a field literally 3 blocks from where I stay at, football field. I go there, I work out or whatnot. Usually I go during the day, but at this point in time, it's about 7 o'clock at night, almost 8. I went up there with my bag or whatnot, had my cones and everything, finna do some football drills. And it's two little girls. I could tell they're in high school and some little boy with them. I'm walking past them. Hey, shorty, check it out. Hey, shorty, check it out. Like, y'all don't even know nothing. Y'all just saying some shit to a motherfucker y'all don't even know. So I ignored the shit. You know what I'm saying? Kept going. I get to the field, and then my quarterback he pull up. He's sitting in the car. Here come the three little kids. Steady walking towards me. Now, at this point, it's getting a little darker, right? But the field got lights. Getting a little darker. They, hey, Shorty, check it out. What's up? What's up? Woo woo. I'm, I'm just sitting there. They get closer. They got about 10, 15 yards from me. I'm telling their ass, hey, just move around. You good? Hey, no, what's up? What's in that bag? Like, let me get your bag. I'm just move around. Like, leave that shit alone, bro. So I get up. I'm finna walk off, right? And I hear they ass walking towards me faster. So I pull out my gun. They, oh no, we cool, no. Because a couple minutes ago when I said leave me the fuck alone, you ain't
Mm-hmm.
want to. But now your ass end up on a t-shirt. Your parents, oh my god, they were such good kids, nigga. Apparently not, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all send these kids out here and they getting fucked up. Then y'all at home crying, woe is me. What? Nah, teach your kids something.
Ain't nobody got no accountability. That's
I,
all. Even the
I,
parents
I
don't
feel
got.
you. I feel
It
you,
ain't
but
my fault.
I
It was
think
my
children.
mom.
I think children be just trying to impress other children, man. That's it. You know what
Oh
I'm
no,
saying?
yeah, I get that too. And it's like in that essence though, you got some people like I have control. Some other motherfucker probably would have killed y'all and then snatched them two little girls up.
Hmm.
Then what?
Can
Yeah,
I
man.
ask y'all? Do y'all think that forgiving is forgetting a denial of our own suffering?
Say that again.
Is forgiving? I mean, is forgetting a denial of our own suffering?
Yes, yes.
Can you
First, I,
explain
first I
that?
want to ask, what do you mean by that? Because that sounds like a double-edged sword.
If you forget what happened to you, is that a denial that it happened to you?
Yes. Live it, accept it, deal with it. Yep. Don't try to deny it and try to forget it and make it seem like it didn't happen. No, understand why it happened, understand it, and keep it pushing.
Mhm.
Two, okay, so I say it's double-edged sword because of one topic: rape. Rape is something that you want to forget. If a woman is raped, she don't want to. She wants to do anything she can to forget that happened to her, because that's tough. And they put you in denial that it happened, yeah, but it's like you much rather be in denial about it than to actually have to remember it all the time. So
What do they call
it's
that though? There's a diagnosis that they call for that.
oh, I don't know honestly,
What
but I
what they call it?
Damn, I'm trying to think of
But like blocking out the mind after you
it.
had that
Yeah,
encounter.
not
Mm-hmm.
actually dealing with it and not actually going through therapy and not actually you just
Mm-hmm.
blocking it out of your mind like it never happened
I mean, that's how
until
Repressed
most sex
memories?
workers are
your
created.
trigger.
Repressed memories?
That might be
That
one.
could be it.
I don't
but yeah,
know.
like in cases like that, I feel like it's forgetting is probably the best option because it's that's tough. Like,
I don't think forgetting is the best option though, because
well,
sex is
no,
a big part of people's identity. So if you are literally not claiming that that happened to you, you are not claiming your body. You're not claiming a piece of that girl down there. So you'll never be comfortable with yourself or your soul. Because if you're
yeah,
not
but
comfortable down there,
who
you're
wants to
not.
claim that?
You're not claiming it because you like, oh, I'm giving it power and ownership. No, you're claiming it wasn't supposed to happen, but it did happen. And what did it show me now? And I can't speak on it too much because I've never had it, you know. But I know when I watch people who don't claim it, they actually become sex workers because it's something in their mind that they block out
Very
because that
much so.
happened to them.
Yeah.
So it's like even with Ayana Benzet, she's had that happen to her before, and she had to reclaim it for herself and her soul. And look how big she is now because she has claimed something that happened to her, but it wasn't because it's really because when it comes to situations like that, it's really the environment you in. So all of this is really talking about the environment.
No, I
It's a
wouldn't say
little
that
it's
either.
it's a little deep for me.
I wouldn't say the environment either because um I know some uppity white people that you know some shit that happened to.
This because they look nice
Well,
does
the
not mean
environment just because they uppity don't mean the
yeah
environment good.
No,
yeah.
no, no. Where they were at. you wouldn't expect it to happen in that area. I put it
No, no,
like
no,
that.
no. Just because the area looks nice, the environment, the energy of the environment is two different things. I could live in a big house, but if my energy is funky, I'm still gonna carry funky energy with me. Nothing changed but my money. My character
Reason,
didn't
okay,
change.
okay. The reason I say that, it's an area out here in Chicago called Boys Town, right?
Okay, that's
Mhm.
the gay part.
Yes, you don't expect a woman to get raped up there.
Who said that?
It's bisexual men out there.
But
Why
who says
wouldn't
it
you
has to
Yeah,
get
be a
raped
woman
by
to get
men?
raped? It could be a man that
yeah.
got raped.
No, 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 no. She was a woman. That's what I'm saying. Like she
But I'm
was a
just
woman.
saying, it's
I'm
all
not.
types of
I'm
people
not
in the
saying it.
world that
No, no.
that
I'm not saying
occupy
it
that
can't
space.
happen. I'm not saying it can't. I'm just saying it's not as expected.
And men be faking
I got
game.
you. I got you.
Like I'm
I
not
got
saying it can't. It's just not. It's just you wouldn't expect it to happen. Not. It's not. It's not the most likely in an area like that.
we want opportunities where we can let our guard down and be as unaware as we possibly can.
Right.
And
And you would think
unfortunately,
for a woman.
reality slaps us back in the face like, bitch, we're still here. We'll still get
Yeah.
you anywhere you are. I don't care where you are. I don't care if you're taking a bath. I don't care. It just reiterate what it is. Stay aware. Stay on your toes. People out to get you. People do. And how you, and I think this goes back to what Pinky said, is just being able to transform energy. A lot of things have hurt us, and there are things, that certain offenses that carve themselves into our consciousness. So so I understand that it has to be a part of you to have your power. I understand that it has to be something that you can't forget, because this made me the person that I am today. Because I was scarred like this, I walk with a limp. You feel me? Because you took my leg, bitch. I needed it, kinda. You know, like. But it's just about how you regenerate yourself. You gonna let
Yeah.
that leg make you? You gonna make your limp? You gonna let your limp make you, or are you still in control? So I get that. So yes, let's talk about the butterfly effect. And I feel like this is what Chris was kind of getting into, because forgiveness ripples through relationships, communities, and societies. And I say communities because in the Black community, we do have a lot of people killing each other. We do have a lot of people, and we say Black Lives Matter, but we don't care about our own lives. So and this is what the balance is. The same way you
I
go
hate
out and
that.
fight
I hate
against
that
the
statement.
white people, or what you say?
I hate that statement. And I know I'm
Okay.
probably gonna be controversial for saying that. I hate that
Nah,
statement for real.
I agree with
What's that meant?
That Black Lives Matter statement. I hate that. Black
you.
lives
I
do
get
matter
that.
to Black people. It's just so happened that we only see the negative part of us. There are a lot
That
of Black people out here that love each other, that won't kill each
that
other, that appreciate each other, that gives each other's peace. So that we saying, I don't know. It's just me personally. I don't like it because I know that shit stemmed from some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
You
And
do.
Black people were sold down the river once again to some bullshit.
I feel
The
like it
Black
takes
Lives
us back
Matter.
to when Desi Lou said like that
Yes.
solitude. Was it solitude? Did she say solitude? Something. I don't know. But it was just like this aspect of it really takes you down this journey of like Black people really are doing better. Even though we want to sit here and be like, well, all of the killings and all of this, I really do think it's about the focus. If we keep focused on what's not good in the community, we be shocked when we
Mhm.
see something that is good in the community. Like I remember this dude
Exactly.
posting about how most people was so shocked that he has a father in his life because it's so much of a narrative of Black men that don't have fathers. There's some good Black people out there, but when we broadcast
Yeah,
it,
but
it's like
we
people don't want no
thinking
attention to it.
more. We talking majority. We understand that you got
Majority
your
is
we
doing
But
good.
here
Majority
but we
is
hear
can't but
doing
we
me.
can't say the
good.
majority of us is doing bad though. We
What?
can't say that.
Majority of
Listen,
us is doing
hear
fucking
me,
awesome.
because hear me. And it's not that I'm saying that the majority of us is doing bad. That's not. It's that's. I think that to a great deal of respect, if we think that we are doing good because we have what makes it that we're doing good, that we've
You
that we've
asking that?
what that we're
You
what
asking that?
yeah.
the look at the I feel like even though we could hate a celebrity, we could not hate a celebrity. Look at all the black people that's paving the way with this content creating. Yes, they might not be doing it in a positive light, but that's why we have people that look at their mistakes and we go and rewire it to make it better for ourselves. I feel
And
like a lot of us were looking at, okay, well, the community still isn't right. The community trying to learn themselves. And that's one thing that black people ain't had a chance to do, learn their fucking selves in their fucking country that always demonize them to be something. And that's why I say black people are doing good because we're doing what we want for ourselves. We're not caring about it. We're not caring about people. We're not going out and looking for other people's validation. We're learning to have sisterhoods with ourselves. We're learning to have spaces like these that are talking about our opinion and our value. At least we're speaking. Yes, we could be like, oh my God, but look at all the negativity. That's what you choose to look at. That does not mean that there's only negativity into the community. No, that means you're choosing to look at negativity. Who you are, what you want to have your attention and focus on, that's on you. But there's good people. There's black women who are young, 12 years old. She made her own, what is it, pad underwear line. At 12 years old, she's a millionaire. There's no way in this life we could sit over here and say that black people ain't doing good just because we want to focus on, okay, well, there's killing. There's always going to be killing. There's always going to be war. But at the end of the day,
There's
our
always
people,
been
my
killing.
people,
All
doing
right.
good. Doing
Devil's
good.
advocate. Devil's advocate.
oh, you know what, Jarrell? That's so funny because I was about to
No,
ask you
no,
a
yeah,
question. So
yeah.
play your advocate, and I'm gonna ask you.
Please.
Okay, devil's advocate, 100%. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
We're not doing the majority, and that's what I don't like. And what I mean by the majority is Hispanic cultures stick together, white cultures stick together. We don't.
Well,
We're
we
No,
not
they
as a.
need
don't, bro.
to. We
No,
ain't
they
We're
got no
not.
no, they
We're not.
don't.
Hold
choice.
No,
on.
they
Hold
don't.
on. Hold
No,
on.
they
Hold
don't.
on.
What?
Hold on. Hold
No,
on.
they
I've
Hold
been
don't.
in
on. Hold
those
on.
No, they don't.
spaces. They
Hold
have
on.
No,
Hold
they
on.
bad.
don't.
Hold on.
They just
Hold
They
on.
got
Hold
don't.
on.
they
Hold on.
got
They
Just a
just as
look
second.
many
good.
problems as we got.
No, 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 no. I'm not saying they don't have problems,
Where do they
but
stick
it's
together at? Where do
They
but
don't.
hold
They
on? You just
don't.
made a statement. It said the Hispanics stick together. Where do they stick together at?
okay. One of the first
Is it
places.
only financially? Is it only financially? Because them motherfucking Mexican gang members, they killing each other just
No.
as much
Oh
as
no
we
no no no
is.
no 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 no. They have an area, and like you said, financially, that's their area. They stick together financially, 100%. They gonna.
Financially, that's it.
They have an area. What area do we have?
The
Have
whole
an
country,
area.
all of it,
No,
It's
no,
all
not
of
no,
it, because
no,
we
good.
no, no, no,
everywhere.
no, no. Black people are very, very, very selfish in a
That's
lot of
not
ways.
bad.
Nah, bro, I nope,
That's
nope,
not
nope.
bad.
That's nope.
Black people will love you until the death of you. I
Yep.
promise you that.
Black
But when it
people.
comes to being selfish, that's why I said like we're giving
It's
ourselves a
okay to
chance
be
to learn
selfish.
who we are. Yes, we're
No,
giving ourselves a chance to learn who we are. Because how are we going to be a community when we don't know what community is? What? So
okay,
it's
so
like this aspect of we want us to be more together, but some of us go through trauma where we're not trusting each other right now. We still learning what trust is. We still learning what love is, and we have the ability to do that. That's why I appreciate this generation because it's really bringing that. I can slow down because I don't have kids. I can slow down because I can have time to learn
but see,
myself. I don't
it's
have
always
to.
it's not just this generation. It's been like that for years. It's not just this generation. I know people my age, older than me, younger than me, that told me for years, yo, I'll wait till I was 40 to get married. I'll wait till I was 45 to get her kids. Like it's not just this generation. It's been like this for years. People are gonna be how they're gonna be
Yes.
regardless,
What's
But
no
that?
what's
matter what.
wrong? But what's wrong with somebody waiting till they're 40 to
No,
get married?
no, 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 no. I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. Well, I was speaking on the fact that Pinky was saying this generation is changed. No, nothing changed from generation to
100%.
generation as far as the way people are, because there are a lot of people from this generation, as well as past generations, that act the same. There are a lot.
The character traits, I could understand where you're coming from. The character traits are definitely, it can be the same or it can be evolved into something better, but it was still off of a basic scope.
So as far as this generation loving themselves more than any generation, I wouldn't say that, because you have other generations that felt like they felt the same exact way.
I don't know, because before, I'll bring up the point of when people used to say they had to stick together. They had to. They was going through some shit for real. We don't have to stick together because some of y'all I don't want to be connected
Bingo,
to.
bingo,
Some of y'all
bingo,
don't want to be connected to.
bingo.
And it's not the
Now
fact that
listen,
I
check this
don't
out.
love you. And it's not the
Right.
fact that I won't respect you. But that
Now,
does not mean I want to be connected to you. But
now
I'll still always love you, if that makes sense.
yeah, you just said something. You just said something, and this is a fact. Black people stuck together because of what? In the 60s. We fucking had to. It was a choice. It wasn't a fucking choice. Black people don't. We don't feel like racism is still here. We don't feel a threat anymore. The underlying threat is not here no
That's
more
because people are
because
blind.
hold on, because the media has made us the fucking threat. They done turned us into the fucking threat.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we goddamn. It looks like we don't fucking like each other. It looks like that we
Mm-hmm.
can't get along because the fucking media, social media, all the movies we see, all of this shit is all
No,
directed to us.
no, no.
Okay,
I talk
It's
to
two
too many
things. I feel
people.
like it's two
okay,
ways. It's two
I'm gonna tell
aspects.
y'all something, and this is because I deal with a lot of
okay.
people in real life, and they all black, and I have multiple conversations on the daily with so many people, so many
Mm-hmm.
stories, and I mean, I'm actually talking to them. You feel what I'm saying? You have to learn how to bear your cross, and in you bearing your cross, you teach other people how to bear theirs. That's what you was just saying
Mm-hmm.
about Ayana, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And this is where your togetherness come from. Yeah, I don't gotta connect with bad energies. What happened to accountability, Chris?
Hold on. I'm because I'm lost on what you're saying.
Basically, if you looking at the news and you looking at the warfare, ain't you connected to bad energy? Or
So
was you just
even
using
though
that as an
even though
example?
I'm not connected to it, I'm still aware of my surroundings. I'm
Yeah.
aware of what's going on around me. I'm sitting in a fucking parking lot in a fucking city that I don't fucking live in, but I'm dead ass aware of what the fuck is going on around me. And there's black people walking up and down this motherfucker. Ain't nobody bother me. So yeah, I don't believe that narrative that's pushed that black people is our own worst enemy. I don't believe that shit.
Yeah.
I feel more fucking fear when I'm
You was
around
making a
people
lot of
that's
noise.
not black. Huh?
Yes, you is.
Huh?
Desilu, you talking to us?
No, I
She
don't think
having
she
a
was.
sideline conversation, man.
Okay.
I'm like, what? What I do? But nah, I don't believe that narrative that black people are our own worst enemy. I don't believe that narrative that black people ain't sticking together, that Mexicans and white people stick more together. That's
Mm-hmm.
bullshit. Because I travel this country doing electrical work and I see this shit for myself on these job sites. Them fucking Mexicans don't fucking fuck with them fucking other people that's from Honduras and Guatemala. They don't fuck with them motherfuckers. They don't all stick
Oh no,
together.
no, those are like those
They
are
don't all stick
different.
together. Them
Those
motherfuckers killing each other just as much as we is.
those
You
are
Yep.
know what I'm saying?
different different cultures as well.
But the narrative keep getting pushed that black people are the only ones doing it. We the worst ones. Look at the statistics. We ain't the only ones doing that shit.
I'm not saying we're the only
Because I've been
ones,
around them.
but
And just
from
because we doing it, just I'm not saying that it's okay. I'm just saying that, hey man, there's a lot of us that actually love each other.
I'm
I always, every time I'm out and about, I always see black men with their children. I see black men with their woman, with their black woman. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
I see a
I
lot
know
of it.
I get that, and I'm not saying we're the worst one. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go based on personal experiences, right? For one, I love black people. Always have, always will, right? I worked at one job, bust my ass at this job, right? I had a black boss, real cool dude, bust my ass at this job. He made sure in any way he could I didn't elevate. Went to the next job, working for this damn white dude, cool motherfucker, bust my ass at that job. I elevated so motherfucking fast that job is
Now
ridiculous.
pause. Now pause. Now
That's
pause. Listen, check this out. How many black people on the job with the black dude? How many black people was in power?
You said what?
How many black people was in power? Was it just him? Was he the only black face?
So he was my boss, and I had two other bosses above us. They were black.
Bro, so you can't. Me personally, I don't. When I see that type of shit too, also I don't look at and saying that just because I went over here at the white guy, man, black people are
No,
dealing
no,
with
no,
a
no, no,
lot of
no, no,
shit,
no, no,
bro.
no, 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 no,
I
no.
think it's character
No,
and
no,
not
no.
race.
But see,
That's
but
two
It's
see,
different
but see.
character and not
conversations.
No,
race.
no,
That
no, no,
has
no,
something
no.
to
But
do with
see,
his character.
here's the catch right here. I get it. I got to do this catch. Based on my experience, you had no reason not to promote me, right? But here's the catch: the two black people above me told me leave.
They
They
told you to leave.
they told me to leave and get another fucking job.
Say, man, black people when they get into a
It's
space
like
where
it's like damn,
they
yo,
take
like
control, bro. I don't want to lose my mind because I'm intimidated by you. Because, hey, man, it's a lot
But
of
that ain't
different
got to do
variables
with
that we
race.
can
That's
speak on.
character.
That's character. That all of it is
That's
character.
character.
Hey,
Because that's just a
that
man's
might look
ego.
That's
Yeah.
him.
that
I
might
don't think about race.
that might be
And just because
character.
that white person just elevated you, that doesn't mean that you could have been the house nigga.
That
He
might
was
be
smart.
character. Look, that might be character like a motherfucker. But I'll put it like this. So far in my experiences, yeah, I've had some good and some bad with black people, white people, right? The most elevation I've had from sports and jobs has not been from nobody fucking black. The most elevation. I've
That
had
ain't got
some.
nothing to do with race.
I've had no. I'm not. I'm not saying it is. Not saying it ain't. But from my experience, it ain't been the greatest.
Hmm.
And that's the part to me that's like embarrassing because it's like, damn, like I'm black, but I look out for motherfuckers.
Mm,
Um,
I look out for my race in a lot of
I
ways.
think
Don't get me wrong.
all black people.
I
There's
don't
not a
shun any other
monolith.
race.
There's not a monolith saying that all black people got to think alike. So some black people just don't get it, bro. We don't that instant click of,
And
oh, I see my brother, man, so I'm finna help him pull him up. Just
and that's the
because he
part
don't
that's
help him pull you
embarrassing.
up, don't mean that he's against you.
No, that's the part to me that's embarrassing because it's like, dude, like my nigga, I'm not against you, bro. I'm not against you.
well,
But
this
I
is
don't
the
think it has to do with
thing.
you.
The thing is more so that we have to understand how connections work. And
Yeah.
if I Pinky, I meet you. Let's think about the internet. I meet you. I come. I tell people, oh, go interact with do. A little people trickle over to you. You do. You get to know people through me. The people who pull up on you, that's the group that you start holding accountable. I said last week that you can prevent forest fires. So when you holding yourself accountable, you teach other people to hold themselves accountable. We don't got no consistency. Yeah, you can get up and go to work every morning, but you can't get up and take your child to school every morning, or help your significant
Hmm.
other every morning. You got patience with your boss, but you don't got no patience when you home. You don't got no patience nowhere else in your life. You're inconsistent. We teach people to be consistent where we want them to be consistent. So in your consistency, in your accountability, so I think it just go back, like we said, right back to self. You teach yourself, and while you are holding yourself accountable, while you're learning your lessons, while you're taking your lessons and applying them to your life, in turn you will teach others, because you will people who are like you will first gravitate to you, and who knows the strings of people that they have behind you. Even when we was in school, they would say, oh, if you fuck one person, you fucked all of their persons.
I mean,
That's what they taught
I
us.
feel that 100%. I don't shun motherfuckers for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell, I've only dated black women, but I've only had bad experiences. So it's like, but I still date black women. So I don't shun uh my culture for that shit. It's like whatever. You know, it is what it is. I still like my friend. I have a friend. He don't date black girls because he had one bad experience. I tell him like, bro, like she was just a bad girl. That's all. Like shit happens. You can find that shit in any
Bring
race.
that over
It
here.
it, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like
I,
any race,
I
that
don't
can
think
happen
that's
in
a
any
bad
race.
experience. I don't think it's because of a bad experience. Because if you go to a fucking store and you get bad service, you're gonna keep going to that motherfucker.
No. I'm
But a
saying based
different
on
location.
But a different location. So you're gonna go to the same store but a different location. So when niggas talk about they don't fuck with black women because of one, I think that's nigga, that's your choice. You
Yeah.
choosing to fuck with other races, nigga.
Yeah.
Don't blame that on black women because all black women is not the same. You know what I'm
no,
saying? So
I feel that, and
nah,
that same thing I said to him. Like, bro, not everybody's like that. Z, like you gotta,
that's his choice. He chooses.
you just
He
so
like that
happen to,
mayonnaise pussy.
yeah, so you just so happen to choose
But
But I
a
don't feel
bad
like
girl. That's
that's
all.
bad either.
What?
I don't feel like it's bad that certain black men
I
don't want to
do.
date, black
I do.
women. And I don't feel
Uh,
like it's bad that certain black
I'm
women don't want to date
I
black
do.
men. I feel like
I'm
go
a
to the race
I'm
that you
raised
feel
pride
will love
first.
you. Leave
I'm
us
a
alone,
I'm
because not everybody is family, and I'm
I
okay
like
with that.
I I love black women, but at the same time, I'm an advocate for you gonna love who you gonna love. It is what it
Yeah,
is. I don't care. Like it don't bother me.
I'm
yeah.
fuck that, black
find you a
me.
black person.
I ain't dating nothing else. I got a
No,
preference.
Advocate
for a preference, of
if you can
course,
figure
but
out
like
if you
forcing,
can
no.
figure out how to fucking if you can figure out how to have a successful relationship with another fucking race, you can figure out how to fucking have a successful relationship with your own race.
If they
No,
don't
That's
want to, we
bullshit. So
don't
I'm
uh-uh,
want
race
to.
first. I don't
no,
believe in that bullshit.
no.
I
What
mean,
what I'm saying, Chris, is this right here,
You don't
right?
want me.
So okay, so I have a very close friend I play ball with to this day. He married a white girl, right? And it wasn't that he didn't like black women. It was just we were both young in high school. both young in high school, and she approached him. He was a real shy dude. Like he was shy as shit. He did not talk to women. He was shy. She approached him. They hit it off, and that's just what it was. It wasn't that he didn't like black women. It was just she came to him. He found her attractive, and they hit it off, and they've been good ever since. They've been married like 12 years now. It's not that he didn't like black women. He was shy as hell and he didn't know how to talk to women. She was one of
That
the only women to actually just approach him, and she just
yeah,
happened to be white.
nah, I would have
I
sent
He's
don't
that.
not
feel
having
like
that
Look,
that's
shit.
bad though.
sometimes, sometimes,
That's just my opinion, man.
sometimes you can't hate
Straight
who
be
you
Okay.
love,
frank.
though, bro.
Nah. I don't believe that you don't control who you love. You are fucking in control of who the fuck you love. Just
Okay,
like
so
you in control of who you don't love.
okay, so let me ask you this.
You love who the fuck you goddamn pour your energy into.
So
Yeah.
let me ask you this then.
You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that love is love bullshit. I don't believe in
Can
that.
you control? Can you control who you're attracted to?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
So you
I'm
ain't.
damn right. I believe
Hold on, hold on,
you
hold
can
on, hold on, hold
control
on,
who
hold
you
on.
are attracted to.
So
Yes.
you
Why
ain't
do
you
you
ain't
like?
that.
Hold on. Why do men like women with fat asses?
That's their attraction.
How did you? If you've never seen a fat ass, how in the fuck would you be attracted to something that you've never seen?
I mean, you had to have seen it to like that motherfucker.
Exactly. So if this shit is constantly getting pushed in your face and it's constantly getting shown to you that it's okay, hell yeah, you're gonna be attracted to it. Just
So
like a
that's a
fucking song. Hold
no,
on, just
no.
like the
So
sexy
that's what
red
I'm
songs
saying
that we
though.
hear on the radio that we might not have liked in the beginning, but they constantly keep
That's my
playing
shit.
this shit over and over and over again. Then you start bobbing your head to that shit.
But no, Chris, you saying the
Yeah, I
same
do
exact thing
believe
I'm
that
saying, Chris.
you are in control of that shit.
No, you saying the same exact thing I'm saying. If okay, so if a black girl got a fat ass and a white girl got a fat ass, ain't it still a fat ass?
White girls don't have fat asses.
Listen,
Well,
Well,
you
I
got
don't know,
something to
Chris.
do.
I don't
well,
White
know,
girls don't
Chris.
have fat
yeah.
asses. They getting BBLs. They've been getting BBLs before black women even thought about BBLs.
Some women naturally built like that.
You got
Black women are not the creators of the BBL.
you got some who are just built like that.
They got it
Some built like
trending though.
that. They
I
do.
don't know.
We
Black people
do
don't
we
know
not
how
get
powerful
everything
they
trending, Desi? Do we
listen.
not make everything
And
pop though?
we got to
I feel
understand how
like that's that.
powerful we is. If the
Yeah.
media can push an image of us just being negative people, goons, thugs, all of this shit, and the world follow the trend, regardless of what it look like, how it feel, they still followed in pursuit. Like, come on, bro.
Hmm.
Come on, imagine what you could do if you could somehow change the narrative. And I think that go right back to dealing with yourself, pulling it in right back to yourself, touching who you can when you can, embracing them with grace, meeting them where they at. Hey, listen, you ain't on my level, I can't rock with you. And I would love to let y'all give some final words. I am going to start with Christopher.
Um, Final words.
Yes, what would you like to leave us with, love?
Love yourself. Thank you. Love yourself.
All
Then
right.
when I say love yourself, I mean your people, your kind. Love yourself first. I know I know it's some we when you look at the horizon, you see us. Yeah, you see some horrible shit. We do some black men do some horrible shit to black women. Black women do some horrible shit to black men. These black children are goddamn running crazy. I get it, but we all we got at the end of the day. Love yourself. Love your people. Don't be so hard on them. Give them some fucking grace like you give other races grace. Don't just be beating up on your own people and saying, we the worst. We. I had one bad experience with a black restaurant. Oh, I ain't never going to these niggas no more. Come on, bro. We got to give each other some grace. Give each other some grace. Instead of goddamn bashing them on the internet, go talk to them and show them how they can improve.
Right.
Help each other. Instead of hating on the motherfucker, help them.
They gonna tell your ass get out.
You got
Okay.
to try first.
Nah,
Exactly. Okay.
I
You got to
feel
try
you.
first.
Yeah, yeah. I agree. All right. Miss Pinky.
One thing that came to my head was patience. You know,
Hmm.
have patience not only with people, but with yourself. Because as you start to have compassion for yourself, you have compassion for other people. Because that ties into this forgiveness. Because once you start accepting what hand you play, what part you play, you start realizing how easy it really is for you to be that same person that you're judging and that you're blaming and that you're chastising. Is it chastising? Chastising. It's
Yeah.
like if you slow down and you have grace with yourself, just like Chris said, love yourself first. If you slow down and you understand what love means to you, what life means to you, what you want this world to mean for you, then you can have anything and everything that you want. So find you, love you, and have patience with you because, you wasn't broken in a day. You were broken
Mm.
2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 30 years, 40 years. And that's not going to end in a day. Not saying that it can't. You're going to get to that point where you can. But right now, you're not. And appreciate you for where you're at.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Accountability.
Um, stick with it. Just own your decisions. If you gonna forgive somebody, you chose to do that shit. If you gonna forget them and do the same thing, you chose to do that shit. Like it's on you at the end of the day. You gonna do it or you not.
Hmm.
All right. Well, I will leave y'all with this. When it comes to forgiving a person, when it comes to forgetting a person, I say fuck them. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Immersive
Love
Experience.
you, Dad.
Y'all have an amazing night. I'll catch
Fuck
you
'em.
on Sunday.
Ain't shit.